Hello, welcome in. I see we already have some people here. Let's see. We've got Dusty, we've got Nana, and Cricket. Cricket, he's so sweet. He texted me and said, "Okay, I need specific instructions for tonight because I can't say no politics."
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, well, I mean, as long as it's not the difference of opinion. It's
I
how
said,
it's presented.
yes,
Hi,
exactly.
everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Thanks, Rib Guy.
You're a dork, River. You're a dork.
Oh, gosh.
It was
So,
definitely a long day for you. So first, let me apologize. I know it was a very long day for you. But I also want to, I want to thank you. I mean, I want to
no
thank you. You're
worries.
always there for us as we
Hi,
need you.
Laura
You really
Blotty
are.
and Phoenix Book Girl and Southern Yankee. Listen, I try to be there for the people who have given me the honor of the wrench in their
Aw,
chats when I can. So, you know,
yeah,
it is what it
and
is. I do
and
my
I know
best. Hello, PLS.
Anonymous Lens chat can be wild, but it can also be one of the easiest ones. I just ignore half of anything that they're claiming. Trump 2020, and I'm not like, oh come on, I don't give a fuck who you vote. You're not insulting me. I don't
Yeah,
take it as anything but you wanting to tell people how you vote. Okay, there you go. But after a while, it just gets annoying. It's like, okay,
it
can you
it
say
does.
something better?
It really does. It gets very old. Hello, Lens. Welcome in.
Oh, speaking of the devil, my savior.
Yeah. Once I was able to tell her where you were, there was no
You
telling
feel
her,
better.
"It's okay, she's good." Hi, Fraudy. Thank you.
She's
Listen, I understand. Go back and mod for Eric.
Day Friday. I yes. Well, it's get a job. Oh, honey, if you guys only knew what get a job started with the family. We will leave that one alone. It came from one of the ex brother-in-laws that got his feelings hurt.
Oh.
They should know me by now.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
So, I just want everyone to know that Becky taught herself how to make clips. Of course, I am dealing with the old laptop, so who knows if
And
we're
I
going to
only send
show
them
any.
to you just in
Mhm.
case, you know,
Yeah.
we wanted to. I'm like, let me try this shit. And I mean, I've done one or two clips here and there, but not out of my
Mhm.
own videos. I think I managed to do it once and then I couldn't do it again. I don't know. But
Hey, I get it. I get it. I have the same issue when it comes to captioning shorts. So,
yes.
I had to teach myself, and then I had to teach myself again 11 days later when I put up some more shorts. It's like, "Wait, how did I do this? I can't figure this out." I know there's a way because I did
I
it
need to
once.
go. I'm even afraid of telling Fraudy that I need to go back and figure out how to unblock people again because they keep telling me like Danny and I forgot who else mentioned that I have them blocked. I've looked everywhere and I haven't seen them blocked. So I figure let me go into the YouTubes. You have to do it on a browser. Probably knows how to do all of that, but my brain is just incapable sometimes.
Hi, Buttercup.
Hey, Buttercup. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Um, as you guys know, sometimes I feel a little shy to sit here and talk all to myself. So I suckered. I asked Scooter if he would join me today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I have to admit, I've been going through withdrawals all day because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do the scooter report today.
Oh. Well, I didn't
So,
see you
yeah.
on, and that's why I sent. Are you feeling up to it? I didn't want you
Uh,
to feel that. That's why I put on there. Are you feeling up to it?
yeah, it's it's not that I'm feeling fine for the most part. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the I'm using the old laptop, and we know
Mm-hmm.
that the old laptop just kind of limps along, and it complains mightily when I try to show clips. And now I show more clips than I did before. So, yeah,
Yeah, I
three
bet it's
men
not a
got
very good
themselves vest, masks, and rifles without FOID cards and tried to play ice at a protest. You filmed, oh, style. They were arrested. Good, good.
thing.
May they receive the treatment they deserve.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I said, let me see what Scoot is up to. If you felt like it, I figured that we would have fun with this as well. We had a lot of fun last week, or whatever
yeah.
day it was. I can't even keep my track.
It was last Monday.
There you go. But we had a good time last Monday.
I'll
Um,
say.
People enjoyed it. People enjoyed all our bantering. So I thought, you know
Uh-huh.
what? Let's go over this crazy thing going called a rally and see how it goes for us today. But
Yeah.
it was a fun day. We had people were very calm. There wasn't any. When I was over after the rally, I asked one of the police officers if there had been any arrests, and there had not.
Mhm.
So at least not up until the rally was done. I think afterwards, after the disbursement order, I think it's when they is when I was saved by Anonymous. And then I went back for my mango because I'll be damned if I was going to leave my mango behind. Hey,
Rib
that
guy,
shit was
I did not.
what he said.
He said he thinks I had an accident last Monday stream.
I
I
think
did
you did.
not. I did not have any accidents. Thank you very much.
Stop spreading false information, rib guy.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But
Now, I do want to say I did not put on subscribers mode. I maybe should do that
yes,
just because, Becky draws all the bestest people. Um,
I thought it was just me. I was all like, maybe it's just my imagination, but no. Mm-mm.
and then given the subject matter,
They can
you
at
know,
least subscribe if they're gonna come in here and talking shit.
exactly. They can unsubscribe after if they must.
Mm.
Who knows? Maybe they'll actually learn something that didn't come through from um,
Yeah.
right wing central.
Well, we had one yesterday, a guy that came in. What was his name? He started off a little on the defensive side and, oh, what about this? No, why are you assuming that? Because I'm here? They
Hmm.
think that I'm far left. No, I'm not. I really don't give a rat's ass if they're blue, green, purple. If you're going to be running the country, at least make it um, I really don't care who's running it. As long as it's for the people and all these campaigns, and we're going to save the United States, and we're going to throw out all the criminals. Who doesn't want that? Well, I mean, don't you want all the criminals out of your country? True criminals, not the ones that they claim are criminals, the true ones, you know.
Yeah.
But they want to throw all the criminals out, or he claims, and then he lets criminals out of jail that were already in there.
Hmm.
Make it make sense. Where are you going to deport that guy to?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of bullshit that I'm like, I see what you did there. Only if they got money. And I think that's what a lot of us are opposed to. I'm not opposed to um the laws, being what they are and being enforced. I think they should be enforced, but you know what? Let's do it all evenly. Not just the ones that can afford to write a letter to the president and be like, I really want to go home because I don't like it in here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Dusty. Are you sure you were a subscriber? Maybe you
Oh,
got
no,
unsubbed.
Dusty, you weren't a subscriber. Oh, nah, YouTube be YouTubing sometimes.
Yes. And I have something just especially for Rib Guy here.
Uh-oh,
I'm
run,
putting it
Red
in
Guy.
the chat. There you go.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I
There you
did.
go. Buy my
Uh,
address. That's too funny. I mean, people started the whole Rip Guy bought me a dress, and Rip Guy buys me my dress, and I'm like,
yeah.
for reals, he does.
He
So Brain
says,
Fog
what?
bought me a purse.
Yes, Brain Fog did, and it's Prada.
It's Prada. I don't want to touch it because I was gonna go get it, but then I have
Yeah.
sticky stuff on me, and that is no, no, no. I wore it.
Do not start with the sticky stuff, Becky.
Oh, speaking of sticky stuff, last week I got some of the sticky stuff on my dress.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
So I had to run inside as I'm getting ready to go to mom's. Um, you know what to do when you get either glue, grease, or other, stuff on your dress. You get
Uh-huh.
baby powder or starch, and you pour it on there. You let it soak it up. You scrape it. You put more on it until you scrape it all off. It will absorb it, and then
Mhm.
you just wash it as regular. That's what I had to do with my dress because it was all glittery stuff as I was doing the little hair bows, and I'm
Mm.
like, that was kind of stupid, but I managed to get it off. Mm, article 2. Oh, style audit. You making me read all of that.
In the Constitution,
Sticky stuff.
14th, 5th, 4th, First Amendment articles, Article 2, the Hatch Act, the Voting Rights Act, etc., period. Doesn't that make a patriotic American? Sure.
Reading all of that makes you a patriotic American. I mean,
I'll stay Canadian. Just saying. No offense to all of you that I truly do enjoy, no matter what your politics may or may not
yeah.
be. Uh, those of you that we talk with a lot, especially, um, I do joke, but I know that just because you happen to be American does not mean that you necessarily support what is currently going on in
Yeah.
your country. So I just, I kind of
And it, and just because we're waving the American flag does not make America does not America me.
exactly. They've
And
co-opted it.
and it's like no, 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 we're not going there. Um, this is our flag. Just
Mhm.
because I'm flying the American flag does not mean that I agree with all of the politics that Donald Trump is throwing out there. And just because I don't agree and didn't vote for Donald Trump does not mean
Mhm.
that I voted for the other dumbass. That was a bait and switch. Sorry, you didn't give me a choice, so I'm not voting for you either.
Mhm.
Um, and they think because I'm out there covering these protests, these rallies, that I have 100% my opinion here, or 100% disagree with what Trump is doing. Do I disagree with most of his stuff? Yeah,
Mhm.
but I also didn't agree with everything Obama did. I know how many people he deported, but let's look and see how the deportations were done. You see, so they can say, scream, yell, oh, no, 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 no. I will wave the American flag. I will not be ashamed of it.
Mhm.
Um, and that's that. But it also doesn't mean that I am a Republican. Since when does waving the American flag make you a Republican, a Democrat, or anything else in between?
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing now. They're trying to divide. It before it was color, it was gender, it now is your political views. So if you're not Republican, then that means you're not proud of your country. If you're a Democrat, then that means you want your country to go to shit. And
Apparently
it's in
because I'm Canadian,
perpetuity.
I must be one of those libs.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
I mean, I'm not actually liberal. I'm even further left than that, but we have more than just two parties here, so shows how much they know.
Right. No, it's just becoming, even friends are afraid of stating their views, you know?
Well, to be
That,
fair, it's a very, very divisive topic, and
yes.
people on both sides of the issue are not always very good at having that conversation in a calm, respectful way. So,
Well, that's the problem. They feel, how many people didn't come into my chat? It wasn't as much as they normally do. They think that because they came into my chat and, deport all of the illegals. Okay, let's take a step and talk about that.
mhm.
Once again, our president just let one out. So which one is it? Are you
Well, you have to
going
pick
to
the
grab?
right kind.
Of course. And if you got money, then you get, and that's what I'm opposed to. It's the way it's being done. They can racially profile us. Since
Yeah,
when is being an American blonde hair, blue eyes? You know,
exactly.
um, and just because I'm a nationalized U.S. citizen, doesn't automatically it make I'm proud of where I came from.
Yeah,
Why can I take pride in being Mexican, nationalized American? And when you're born here, it's like you weren't given that choice. You were just born here. You are an American citizen and you had no choice in it. I had a choice. I had a choice as to whether to remain a U.S. resident
Uh-huh.
or become a U.S. citizen. Or if I didn't like the way this country was being ran, I had the option of going back to Mexico, even though I've never been to Mexico longer than a month since I was 9 months old.
Mhm.
Um, so there's that. Then I could have had dual nationality. I chose to be an American.
Mhm.
Um, but that somehow makes me less American than the one that were born here. You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
um,
My
that's how I
father's
see it.
family and my father were all born in the States. So I am not unfamiliar, you know? And
Well,
there
my
are a lot
grandfather,
of people like that on both sides of the border.
yes, my grandfather was um, a legal resident here. I've said it
Mhm.
many times. He worked the railroad in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Um, my oldest aunt on my mother's side, so the her two oldest siblings were born here. Um,
Mhm.
I have roots here, and again, it's one of those where you walk out there and automatically, oh, you must be for illegals and no, I'm in it for it to be done correctly, the way the Constitution states it
Yeah.
should be done. I didn't write the Constitution,
No. I
but
mean,
I mean,
we're not even
some people
close
might
to
think
that
I'm
old.
old enough to. Some people might think I'm old enough to. Scientists.
Well, I'm older than you are, Becky, and I know I'm not old enough to have been around then.
It's like I didn't write it, but I agreed with what it said. Therefore, I decided, you know what? I'm going to become a U.S. citizen.
Mhm. I I'm glad that we can have civil discussions about it, honestly, because I know that there are honestly more people who can than who can't. It's just that the loudest ones are the ones who can't.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, even poor Nana, I was trying really hard not to get into a debate in her chat just a couple
It's
of
so
hours
hard.
ago, um, because a guy came in and pretty much said I was wrong and then proceeded to try to school me. Well, I pulled up a legal site and used what he quoted to prove him wrong. However,
How did that work out for him?
well, he didn't comment when I came back because I said that I would not debate him. And really, what I meant was I was not going to debate him in Nana's chat because I have
Hmm.
respect for her.
Yeah.
Um, but I did copy and paste something a few minutes later. But funny, he either wasn't there or he chose not to comment. I'm not sure which. Um, that
Chicken
pretty
shit.
much, yeah, just proved that I was right. And I used his thing to get that information. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen stories of the I'm assuming yeah, I think you had ducked away for a phone call at the time, PLS. Um, but I think you timed him out anyway. Or no, you didn't time him out. You timed out a couple of other people. I actually didn't time anybody out that time. um, but yeah, when I said I'm not going to debate you, he said, "Yeah, I wouldn't either if I was wrong." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. So this is exactly how you are. I got it."
It's those type of people that you cannot even talk sense into them. You will
Yeah.
be agreeing with what they say, and they still want to argue the point. And it's
Mhm.
like, but I just agreed with what you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just like to argue to argue.
Yeah.
No,
The funny
I
thing,
like
like
go ahead.
I refuse to speak about um US politics or the Constitution unless I know I have it right. And that's because
Mm-hmm.
I took the time to look it up and read about it. Otherwise, I shut up because I don't live in the States. But there are an awful lot of people that I'm discovering live in the States, have lived there apparently all of their lives,
And don't know anything about the
supposedly went to
Constitution.
school there, know nothing about the Constitution, and do not know what they are talking about because they get all their news from right wing media.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they do
Or they
not
come in.
understand that they are being lied to.
Those are the ones that are just gonna. Those are the ones that are not gonna survive. You know. I still stand by you. You need to um have a community. It doesn't matter. When I say that, it means where you're living. You need to get along with your neighbors for most of the part. There's some neighbors that you really just can't, but
Mhm.
those neighbors you ignore. And I mean, and I can tell you that if I walk out to at least 4 or 5 neighbors around here, just on my block alone, and say, you know what? I don't have any money. I need food. Not that I ever would. I can
Yeah.
guarantee you that all of those neighbors would bring me something to eat. When I was really sick. I think it was after my, I don't remember if it was after my, it was after one of my surgeries. And my neighbor next door noticed that I hadn't come out. And when my husband got home, oh, how's your wife? Oh, she's laying down. Um, she made dinner for us and sent it
Mhm.
over.
Yeah.
And without even saying anything, she knows my husband doesn't really cook.
Yep.
Um, and she
Hi,
sent
eyes.
dinner over. Hey,
Yeah.
Ice.
Sophia, I was going to say, I agree with you about not shutting up. I just choose to pick my times because I'm not going to disrespect someone's chat by getting into an
Mm-hmm.
argument with them, especially when I have a wrench, um, because then I'm breaking the rules. And I've already many, many times on Saturday was accused of breaking the rules that I was repeatedly saying. So, um, yeah, I do not have a problem having a discussion with someone, but I'm also not there to be shouted down. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to disrespect someone else's chat because I wouldn't
And
want
that's
it
how
done.
I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I agree. That's how I feel
yeah,
about
yeah,
being another. When you're in somebody else's chat, it's like entering somebody's home.
yeah. You don't take off your shoes and start, you know, walking all over. Well, I mean, taking off your shoes is a very Canadian thing to do, and probably a lot of northeastern states because they deal with the snow as well. Um, but like you don't just start helping yourself to everything. So, oh, thank you, Willis.
Peace, love, and
Um,
sunshine.
so Stiles says it's fools who can't answer questions about constitution or legal decisions who are loudest. Yes, Nixon left because of Article 2 and his enemies list. Yeah, yeah, I understand that, Sophia, and I agree with you. And trust me, I am not um I'm not generally the silent person in the room, but I do pick
Mhm.
my battles and my times. You say the rules so I can debate. Thank you, PLS. I appreciate that. I don't know if Nana's going to appreciate that, but I will say when I go for verification of information, on a topic like this, I go to the legal websites. I'm not just Googling for Google.
Yeah.
And I'm sure as hell not asking Chat GPT.
Well, I hear it's the best legal advisor out there. I don't know
I
why you
mean,
don't.
I have my law and order degree, but I'm
Speaking of
still
law and
not going to
order,
have
I don't like them no
Chat
more.
GPT as my lawyer.
Did you hear what Law and Order did to that YouTuber that was trying to get a restraining order on all these cycles, kind of like what's going on with the anti-Scientology stuff? But this is
No,
with the true crime.
no.
Um,
Ah,
oh my God, what is the
well,
name?
hello,
Her
room
name is
raiders.
Lauren. Hey, welcome. Oh, yay. Come on in. We have a clip, by the way. I don't know if it's playable or not,
Yeah.
where I found KTLA
Okay, is
and
that one
we
of the
heard,
clips that you sent me?
mm, yes, it's one of the clips. I think it's the second one
Okay, give me a second.
or the third one because the first one I deleted because, yeah.
Okay, so it's the third one.
Yes.
Okay, give me a sec here.
And you guys have to remember that me and names are horrible, and I called him Aaron Levin Smith.
Oh,
Is it Aaron Smith Levin?
it's
The guy knew who I
Aaron
was
Smith
talking about.
Levin. Oh, okay, so that's not the clip I just brought up. Give me a sec.
I don't
Hold
know.
up.
Bring up and see which one. But I
Okay, so
gave
the
him with
third,
permission.
I just closed it. Hang on.
Play one of
One
those.
sec.
It's one
One,
of those. It's one
two,
of the two first ones.
one of the
Welcome
two
on.
first ones.
Yeah, I want to say, the first one I sent you, I deleted. So it's probably
Okay.
the second one I sent you.
All right. Give me a sec. Oh, okay. All right. I know which out now. All right. Just a minute. And here we are. Okay. Have a look.
That's my opinion. I'm not gonna hate on people.
I agree. That's what I say that I don't protest Scientology. I do protest the abuses of Scientology. Right now, they got a restraining order on an ex Scientologist out in Clearwater.
Yeah, what's his name?
Aaron.
Follow him. Yeah,
Oh,
Aaron.
you follow Aaron
Yeah, I
Levin
follow
Smith?
him. Yeah.
Oh,
I watch a
okay.
lot of those videos. But,
You do. You also watch Streets LA,
yeah.
Jessica
I live over in West
Palmadessa.
Hollywood, and then I obviously our studios over there. So I'm always driving by Big Blue.
Dusty.
Well, thank you, Dusty.
He he knew he watches Aaron. He knows all about what went on in Clearwater. He asked, wasn't he the guy that wasn't he arrested here when he went? Yes, he sure did. So he knew who Aaron was. He knew who Streets, Jessica. But somehow he did not know about the trial of the century. So I said, you know what? Can you do a story on it? Now they have a restraining order on him out there. He was obviously just a cameraman, but he did agree to look into it and reach out to Aaron if it's something that they want to cover. I
Excellent.
mean, that's the best we could do, right? I mean, it doesn't
Yes.
hurt.
And congrats, style. Yeah, I imagine that does beat Google.
What does it say? I can't see.
Oh, it says
Oh,
about to finish Harvard's Foundations of American Government course for my certificate. Beats Google.
there you go. Just be careful because then they're gonna say that I printed off of my laminating machine. I swear, true story. They claim that. They claim that I have a printer behind me, and that's how I printed certificates. But it's a laminating machine.
Yeah.
But that was one of the clips. Um, then I think we walked a little further, or I walked a little further. We sat. I have, you guys know that I need to kind of stretch my back in order for me to keep going.
Hmm.
Um, Found these little hoodlums out there, young teenage boys, I would say about 14, 15. And they were graffitiing, the bridge where I was coming down on. And so, yeah, nowadays people are so afraid to talk to kids and to teenagers because they're afraid of, I don't know what. But you know what? Sometimes it does take a village. And I didn't see their own mama around. I didn't see their daddy telling them not to,
Hmm.
So I told them, good
So,
night,
guys,
Santa.
I'm not asking if I can take a ride. Guys, come on now. Seriously. Hey, hey, come on now. This is our city. Come on. Get rid of those cans. This is why we can't have.
That's why
I
we
love that.
can't have nice things.
Yep. Oh, good night, PLS. Sleep well. It's going to be an early
Good
morning.
night.
Dusty, yes, you can tell the truth here. That's pretty much the only thing that's allowed.
Oh my God. I have to
Oh,
remember. Let's see how I'm the the way I remember certain things is by L comes before S or whatever. So I always said L comes before S, but it's the opposite on his name. So now I have to unlearn it and be like,
yeah.
I know
Yes.
I'm
Well,
telling
I
them it's
mean, come on, it's Aaron. Of course, it's
of
going to be
course
different.
Aaron's fault. No, yeah. Former graffiti hoodlum. Actually, one of my nephews got caught. And he wasn't, spray painting any gang stuff. He was actually drawing something. And he got caught. And the owner of the garage where he was painting was actually very, very nice and hired him to do a mural. And
Nice.
so he spray painted a mural. He finished painting it, and he got the Tang lashing of his lifetime. But he learned his lesson.
Mhm.
And then, people started paying him to draw murals. So it ended up nicely. But yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And he didn't even have a message. It wasn't anything on there. It was just, I guess, his name. You know what, dude? You ain't that famous. Come on now. Uh, you want to become famous for your art? Do something that's worthwhile. Go out there and use those spray cans, take an art class. And that's what's missing in LA. There is not that many programs that's gonna guide a young kid and saying to him, you know what, graffitiing is not really what you really want. You want to make your name known, then you
Mhm.
work hard on your art, and you'll make your name known.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna give a fuck about three initials out there?
Mhm. Tagging.
That's what they
Yes,
were,
Cricket.
three initials.
Tagging.
Yeah, they were tagging. They were tagging. That thing was that wasn't graffiti art. That wasn't inspirational. That was just dumbasses trying to put their names out there. Well, do something good that's going to make it, you know, where when you see your name, you're not embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because if he would have been proud of what he tagged, what he drew, he wouldn't have walked away so quickly.
Mhm. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, is every kid that does that headed in the wrong direction? No. But you get caught out here tagging the wrong place, tagging the wrong thing, and you might not make it home. And that's the other downside of tagging. He did it in a federal area because all of those are federal buildings around there. Um,
Mhm.
I doubt if anybody's claiming that as their hood. So nobody cares about what he spray painted. It's not like, but do that in the wrong place.
Yeah. And really, it's
It's
the
not gonna go
principle
well
of the
for them.
thing.
Exactly. Exactly. We're already, people look at LA like it's the fucking dumpster, the bottom of the trash can after trash day
Mhm.
before it gets hosed down. That's how they see LA. And you are
Yeah.
just confirming that that's what we are.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm sorry. No. Mm-mm. Some of these kids, I know when I was going to school, they had like tile class, gardening class, uh, what is it called? Mason? When they
Masonry.
do, yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Flower shop, flower arrangements. I had one of my girlfriends took a flower shop arrangement class in high school, and when she graduated, she worked in a flower shop, and then she opened up her own flower shop. Bank
Mhm.
tellers. They used to graduate high school with a trade, some type of a career, if you did not want to go to college. Now they
Yeah.
don't teach you any of that, you know?
Yeah. We had home ec and shop in my
Yeah,
school, and I took both.
yeah, they taught you how to set a budget, you
Mhm.
know, um, how to sew on a button,
Yep.
um, little things here and there that they taught you that they're not taught anymore. How to balance your checkbook,
Mhm. Yep.
how to write a check, how to write a letter. All of that is gone now.
Yeah.
Um,
I understand that
Now,
a lot of places don't even teach cursive writing anymore, which
nope,
is
mm-mm, mm-mm.
silly.
They don't. And now everybody, if you don't go to college, well, guess what? Not everybody was meant to go to college. Some people couldn't afford it. Other people were just so fucking tired of the schools that it was like, you know what, I'm done. And or some people like me were more hands on. I don't want to know the philosophy of blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Teach me how to fucking fix a car.
Yeah.
Um, Tell me how to switch a light switch. How
Yeah.
to fix a light switch. Yep, managed to do that too. I was just fixing the lock on my door. I took
Mm-hmm.
off the knob and I was putting in a new one, only I didn't have the strength to push it all the way in. My husband just finished coming home and did what he had to do, and then I just put on the screws on, and there you go. But not many people know how to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that by getting a law degree, a doctor degree, a degree in psychology, blah blah, they're going to be making all these hundreds of millions of dollars. And reality is, you go and you get a. I had a doctor that said this. He's a gastroenterologist, and he got paid something like $200 for a upper or a lower GI.
Mm-hmm.
They stick the camera up, and he was so upset because while he was getting paid $200 for putting a camera down somebody's throat, his plumber had just charged him 600 and something to do the same thing for his plumbing. And that was always one of our jokes because he was so upset over it. He felt like, I get paid 200 and something to put a camera. He was my doctor, to put a camera down your throat. And the plumber, he gets $600 for doing the exact same thing, which is true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Welcome in, Blink 182, girl.
Come on in. Oh, I wouldn't leave my mango yesterday, though. I refuse to leave the mango. I think I
Mm-hmm.
think that's one of the clips that I sent you. I didn't send too many of any controversial clips. I should have sent you the one where Donald Trump was in his tidy whities and a big old poop stain on his butt. Oh, that shit was too funny.
Mm.
Um, we There
Ha-
were some good
have you
costumes out there.
have you seen the video he put out
No,
on Saturday with him with his crown in his jet, his fighter jet that is, dropping literal poop bombs?
where?
It's been all over the internet. He posted it apparently. I'm guessing he posted it on Truth Social. I don't know. But yeah, it's
So
a
where was he
meme.
thrown?
It's a
Oh, okay.
meme, but yeah, it's like this AI thing because he's not flying a jet of any
I
kind.
I thought he was flying in a jet, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but if Obama had put something out like that, there would be screaming all over the
um,
place.
Hillary wouldn't turn in her emails.
Ugh.
This one won't turn in the Epstein files. Which one is worse? I mean, did I like Hillary? Nah. I saw Hillary in Beverly Hills coming out of a hotel. She
Mhm.
had two Secret Service with him. Other than that, she was walking by herself. This is when she was um, running. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at her and I'm all like, damn, are we really going to trust our nation to you? Again, most of these politicians, they're really all in it for themselves. Look at Karen Bass. Look what she's doing with the homeless, with the unhoused. She made it into a huge business, and most of that business is going to her daughter.
Excuse me one
Oh,
moment. My
go ahead.
furry little girl has decided to steal.
Mhm.
Good night.
Please stand by for a small commercial break. Let me go get my vape because I thought I brought it. Guys, please stay tuned. Uh oh. Well, we know that kitty was up to no good. Uh oh, I hear you laughing.
Oh my gosh. I'm back. I'm just getting situated again. And she
I
knew because
forgot.
she took off running.
She took off running.
Of course. Oh, trying to get back on the bed without spilling my very hot cup of tea. There we go. Oh, I'm
I
getting knocked
forgot
back.
my vape inside. Oh, my back is still a little on the sore. But amazingly enough, I wasn't as tore up as I thought I was gonna be.
Huh. Okay. All right. Now I can turn the camera back on. So I bought these clips to hold my diamond paintings on my light board.
Mm-hmm.
This one fell down and I couldn't
Uh-oh.
find it. She found it for me,
Oh, that was nice
except
of
she
Kitty.
tried to run away with it.
Oh, that wasn't very nice of Kitty.
Oh,
You know,
so yeah.
I wanted to keep this chair in the original state. This belonged to a friend of mine that's no longer
Hmm.
with us. But I'm gonna be like, girl, um, we're gonna have to reupholster this because all of the leather is not leather no more. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Uh,
And I think that's gonna be one of my projects that I'm going to be working on. I have two of these
hmm.
chairs they're very comfortable. They just, yeah, they're old. They're about 50, 60 years old.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Of course. Why not? Fuck it
Tile.
up.
That's not nice.
What did they say?
Style says our moms say you two are not allowed to play together anymore.
Well, little do they
You're not
know
the
that we
boss
will
of
sneak
me.
away and play. We'll sneak away and play anyways. It's not like
I
my
told
mom and my daddy telling me to stay away from certain people ever work.
and I told Becky Saturday night, you are not the boss of me.
I wanted you to leave. I was all like, can you please leave? Go home. Go
Mm-mm.
to bed. Get some sleep. And she wouldn't. You know, I then again I knew it was falling into deaf ears. I also knew that.
Uh, yeah.
And so I decided, and then I got stuck there even longer because the guy spoke no English, and he was
Mm-hmm.
on the east side, which is way too far. And I somehow had to give him directions on how to get to the west side, to where I was at. That was not an easy task. but he made it. I got home safely. It's just lately with these Uber drivers. Oh my Lord, it's been an adventure. It's been an adventure.
Um, I don't know if Dusty is still in the chat, but how dare you? He emailed me.
Dusty, there you are not allowed to give homework in here today.
He emailed me, and I do
Uh
not
oh.
know how he would have come up with this idea. I see that.
What idea
I
did
will
Dusty
just
come up with?
I think I blew that already, Dusty.
Oops.
Oh. Oh, okay. Sorry. It was not from Dusty. It was somebody who wrote to Dusty who said, and I'm just gonna, because I'm not gonna bring it up and dox anybody. Um, I
Mm,
totally had you pegged for a Trump supporter. I was just looking past it because ending Scientology is the goal. But to my great surprise, you were at the No Kings protest. So happy, loved the video.
that was sent to Dusty?
Yes,
About Dusty or about us?
about Dusty.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes.
Well, Dusty.
That's that's why I said Dusty, how dare you? Because I misread it at first.
But then
Oh,
again, when have you known us to really pay attention to anything around here?
I mean, I really do try.
I don't. I
Yeah.
gave up on that.
Hmm.
I gave up on that. Half of the time I'm like, I don't even pay attention to my own chat as much as I try to. I forget because I'm so
Hi,
busy,
Lady V.
and I'm so busy trying to keep myself safe
Hmm.
that a lot of the times I'm not looking at chat because I need to see where I'm going. I don't follow the crowd a lot of the times, as you have noticed.
Really?
And
Shocking.
no,
Breaking
that
news,
crowd will
people.
get you into trouble. Yeah, Becky does her own shit. um,
I think, honestly, I think the assumption, Dusty, I can sort of understand why she might have thought so because Florida does not exactly have the most moderate of reputations. I'll just put it that way. But then people think that LA or that, sorry, that California is a full on blue state, like
mhm,
bright blue, and yet it's honestly not so much. Yes,
it's not.
there is a liberal governor, and
That I
I
didn't vote for.
and I do not know if that is kind of like the trend of voting in liberals. Um, but it's the density of the population that tends
Yeah.
to decide that. Even Ontario, um, when you get further out from Toronto, you get much more conservative voters than you have overall in Toronto itself. So it just goes to show we really should not make assumptions just because of where someone lives.
Yeah, like even my girlfriend that I've known for Jesus, what about 20 something years. I went to go visit her in Texas and she had warned her husband
Hmm.
um not to start with his politics because I was a liberal. I didn't even find out I was a liberal until she told me. And I was all like, why would you say that? First of all, why would you think that? Why would you say that to your husband? And
Mm,
why would you censor him in his own home? And she says, "Well, no, I'm not. I'm not someone that's going to just stick my head in one particular jar and be like, this is who I am. No matter what, I will vote for someone that's this liberal, or I'm going to vote for someone that is this conservative just because." No, it really depends on what the subject is. I might vote Democrat on for this, but I might vote Republican for that.
mhm,
Right now, I wish my understanding is that most of the country has their gas rates, their gas, they go out, they buy gas for under $3 a gallon. Here, it's $5 a gallon, four if you're lucky, seven if you're fucked.
mhm,
No, I'm gonna vote for someone that's going to be able to. And they claim that all these taxes that we get taxed on for gas, that they go to fixing the roads and fixing the streets. Bullshit. The same way they claim that they were going to take our lottery and half for the schools and half to whoever bought the ticket. Bull. That's not what's happening. They're borrowing the money from our students. That's not what we voted for.
mhm.
We could have built 100 new schools in 40 years with that money.
Yeah.
They can't even fix the schools. In the beginning, many schools started getting air conditioning, but even now that is over 40 years old. Some shit needs to be done. No, they tell us, vote for this prop. Yes, it's only going to raise your taxes by 1 point blah 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 percent. But then when you go buy a car, that's when you feel it. Instead of it being $10,000, it's now 15.
Yeah.
And depending on where you go and buy it in the county of LA, depends on how much it's going to be. Inglewood has a higher tax bracket than South Central. Yeah, no, there's a
And
lot of
people
things
wonder
going
why
on
I
with
don't
California.
drive.
Um, I don't know what's more expensive now, whether to drive or not to drive. Um, Look at how much money I have to spend on Ubers just to. Gosh, that's another story.
See, I
But
don't do Ubers. I don't even do taxis. So, but I have um, a pretty good transit system that has
hmm
um, a division for people with disabilities or illnesses and or illness say, and it's pretty reliable, so I don't have to concern myself with that, thankfully. And I don't
well,
pay any more for my fare than I would on the regular transit system, so I'm very lucky that way.
we have certain programs, like depending on your income, you can get a lower income fare,
Mhm.
monthly pass, and you can pretty much hop on all buses and trains. Um,
Yeah.
I don't have a train station right next to me. So that means I would have to grab a bus to get to the train station to get to downtown LA.
Yeah.
Um, but we used to ride the bus for 10 cents, the city bus.
Huh. Mhm.
Yep, 10 cents, and then it went up to 15. Then 25, 35, and I think now it's up to two something. Still not bad.
Yeah.
But that's just in, it's called the Blue Bus, Santa Monica line, goes to Venice, Santa Monica. That's it.
Mhm.
So we have the smaller bus systems, and then we have the metros. Like in order for me to go to work, when gas was $5, about 15, almost 20 years ago, it was very expensive, and it would take me about $15 to get to and from work. But if I got a bus pass for the day, it was only for something.
Mhm.
So, but then I had to take a bus to get to the metro station, take the blue line, take the red line, and then hop on two more buses just to get to work. It took me the same amount of time, 2 hours.
Mhm.
Um, the difference was that if I was driving, I didn't have to see people getting their purse snatched. It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was crazy the first day I got on that bus. Right now, with the Olympics coming to LA, um, I don't know. I think they're going to be moving people to Riverside, Moreno Valley, to Lancaster, um, just for them to clean up the area.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I mean, we have about 75 to 80% of all homeless here are not California natives.
Yeah.
It's a big, big. But oh yeah, California sucks, right? Well, stop coming into California then if you really think it sucks that much. Leave the resources here for the ones that need them.
Yeah.
Well, not even if you need them, will they give you resources half of the time?
So,
I think.
what kind of things did you see at the march on Saturday? Costumes
Um.
and.
Oh my God, we saw a lot of those inflatable ones.
Mhm.
Um. We saw Lady Liberty. I think I didn't clip it, but it was in the very beginning of the stream. Um, Lady Liberty, with a gag in her mouth.
Mm,
And it
yeah.
was a pretty powerful statement, I think.
Yeah.
Um, what I enjoyed the most was that it was a very festive, very friendly.
Mhm.
You saw people picking up trash. Um, oh gosh, that guy, I thought he was just gonna have like a little scar where he got stabbed, and I was all like, oh my God, did I just show that? Um, he had a big old hole in his tummy.
Yeah, I did happen to see that, Becky. Yeah.
Of course, it would be when you were in my chat to worry you some more. I thought he was just gonna show me a like a scar or something. Oh no, he showed it all.
Mhm.
Oh my God, OMG, like gag me with a spoon.
Not the valley. Oh.
Totally, totally. Oh gosh, that brings back. They're bringing back those creepers. Do you remember the creepers? They were like shoes, kind of pointy, with like a big rubber sole. You don't remember those, or were those only an LA thing?
I do not remember them.
No. Um, I mean, if you go creepers, mm, in the 80s. Well, skinny jeans and all of those, that was because back in the day, they only made bell bottoms and regular straight jeans, just regular jeans. And we
Mhm.
started tapering our own pants. We started sewing our pants because we didn't want them. First, we started folding them, and
Mhm.
creasing them. And then we started tapering them. Like we would literally sew our pants tighter. And then they brought out the skinny jeans. But what did they call it? Tapered pants is what they were called before. You had, oh yeah, you had creepers. I used to wear a brooch, or you would wear your shirt all the way up here and then with a brooch.
Oh.
Um, you don't remember those?
Uh-uh.
Neon colors, Madonna,
I
Cyndi
mean,
Lauper.
I remember them, but I don't remember
Oh, it was a big
that with the
cutting off
shirt.
our sweatshirts, flash dance
Oh,
style.
cutting off. Yeah, I remember cutting off the sweatshirts. Yeah.
Oh, I used to get creative with those. Even my t-shirts now, I still cut them. I this is probably one of the few that I don't have cut, but normally I cut the collar. I can't stand shirts all the way up to here.
Jen cuts the
Um,
sleeves off of all her t-shirts.
yep. Well,
Cut groomer.
yep. I used to when we used to go to the when I used to work where I worked, they used to hold. They used to be guest of the LA Dodgers. LA Dodgers used to host a day for us, and other companies around the area. And we would get like $3 tickets to go watch a Dodger game. And so they would give us the T-shirts with our company name on. And I used to cut them up. And then I would have my coworkers ask me, can you cut mine up too? Well, sure. But
Mhm.
I hate putting the knots in them. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll show you how to knot them, but I'll cut them up. Um, some of them would even meet me in my car there at the stadium. I would quickly cut their t-shirts. Here you go, bye. I should have charged for that. Damn it, I didn't think about it. Yes, Melrose Avenue had great shops for clothes in the 80s. Yes, they did. You remember the crease and fold? Yep. Mm-hmm. The 501 Nike black leather jacket and the Ozzy Osbourne painter hat with buttons on. Oh man, I got my ass kicked by my mother. Oof, because I went to Fantastic Sam's that used to be like a chain store haircut place. Bad idea.
Mhm.
I wanted the Princess Diana cut. Remember that?
Oh
You know,
yeah.
the little.
Mhm.
I came out looking like I don't know what. But when I tell you that they used the clippers for the back of my hair, and they made this really
Oh.
short and then they make this long, which if I wanted that
Oh.
haircut cool, I got home and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, boy, do I look butch. That's what we used to say back in the day.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, I look like a man. So here I go. I said, well, fuck it. I guess this will be my rock and roll era. And back then, if you guys remember the leather pants and the leather, I never wore leather pants. I was too fat for that. Let me make that very clear. But I had the leather belt with the buckles and all the other stuff. I decided, well, fuck it. I guess we're going to be emo or something else other than what the fuck they gave me.
Mhm.
And so I put on darker eyeliner. I got my ass kicked by my mother when she got home. Oof. Yeah, she said I look like I belong to the street. Oh my God. It wasn't even my
Mm.
fault.
Yeah.
I was highly traumatized by that event.
Hi,
I
Zippy.
made it work. I made it
Yeah.
work. I went out and I got blouses that would come all the way up to here. Oh, and then when my hair finally grew out, it was this high. To the next generation, we are sorry. We depleted the ozone layer with Aquanet.
Yeah.
They seriously said we were depleting the ozone layer because of the hairspray, how much hairspray we used to use. Uh, a big bottle of the blue hairspray, the blue bottle of Aquanet was like 99 cents. We went through a can of those a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, to a Mohawk at Thanksgiving. Ooh.
See,
I think if I would have come Mohawk,
I was actually very
go
lucky
ahead.
because my curls were really, like, really full, and I did not
Mm,
need to use a lot of hairspray. I would put in a little hairspray just to keep it from blowing
move.
everywhere, you know? Um, but,
You had the
I
perfect
did
80s
not.
hair.
Exactly, and it was all natural, and I did not have to get those god awful perms that so many women walked around with.
I feel called out. You know, I was not allowed to perm my hair until I was about 16, 17.
Mhm.
So my fluff hair came on. Used to have tons of hair. It was just always baby fine. But I used to tease the shit out of that. Made it this big. But it wasn't the biggest. We had some girls that used to do their front. They used to tease it and they used to wrap it around toilet paper. You
Ah,
know, the toilet paper
yeah.
and then spray it. Oh, yeah.
Oh
They
my.
were we got creative, but we did um like our books, for example. We would cover our own books with
Mhm.
paper bags and then decorate them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, or if we were really fancy, we used to go over to the art supply store, buy the paper, and then make our own book covers. Uh, we didn't have a lot of expensive stuff, but boy, were we creative.
Yeah.
We gotta have, and I think that's what we're missing now. These kids have it way too easy. Very few of them even leave their house nowadays. Social anxiety.
Mhm.
They have so many anxieties, most of it having to do with social media.
Yeah.
I was just telling you about Line Crime. They went, so this lady was Lauren. I can't think of her channel name. But she covers quite a few of those true crimes. She went to some of those hearings. Um, and somewhere along the way, she started getting all these haters, and they started harassing her pretty much the way we were harassed.
Mhm.
But her came into real life, and they were really doing the most. And she
Yeah.
went in to get a protective order, and law and crime went and asked for a press pass to her stalker hearing.
Mhm.
They granted it, but she didn't know what the social or who was the media that had requested it. Now, mind you, she's going in for a protective order.
Right.
And making it national news the way that Law and Crime tried to do, she had to withdraw her
Mm.
protective order because else she would have had to spill all of the most intimate parts of her life um, into YouTube.
Yeah.
And now there's a big controversy over that. And Scooter got harassed. No, we're talking
I
about
didn't
that
realize.
YouTuber. No, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Very little, not really.
No,
Um,
somebody honestly just suggested it, but nobody actually followed through. But
mhm.
and I don't know if it was just because people didn't know who I was or they didn't think that that was a good idea for whatever reason, or because the night I got the screenshots sent to me by multiple people, Sin and I went live and said, "Let's go. Come
And you
on."
know, you don't have to. You can always go and file. Not in order to start documenting what's happening. You know, you go to the police station and you let them know. It's mostly just to file a, not necessarily a criminal report, but hey, this is happening. Heads up. I can't remember what
Yeah,
it's called now.
yeah,
And you get enough of those, and then they'll take you seriously most of the time. Or you can lie on your RO,
yeah.
which I don't suggest you do.
No,
Um,
I I
but
really am not at all concerned. I have real life people who live very close to me, that
I know
that have my back, and some of those people have connections that some people would not want to face in a dark alley.
that's right.
I will just
Yeah,
say that. Not that I feel like I would ever have to call on that help. I'm just saying I might not have a say because if they get wind of it. Um, Zippy, I have in other years, I have been harassed. I don't think anyone goes through life without being harassed in some way, shape, or form, by someone for whatever the reason. But in this case, we're talking about YouTube. Someone just suggested it, and
hmm,
it happened. Um, and
they
the
did the
scooter,
same to Feral Cheryl.
yeah. Now the scooter that I am today is very different from the scooter who was harassed years ago. Um, and the scooter today is not gonna ever put up with that. So,
Hmm.
I do what I absolutely have to nip it in the bud. So, you know, it,
And I had to go and take care of whatever I had to get taken care of, especially when death threats were coming my way.
yeah,
And there's certain things that are said that only you understand, and that makes it even scarier because you know what they're doing, but not
yeah,
everybody catches on to what is being done to you.
yeah,
And so that's the scary part. You know, when you have a bully in school, you usually have one or two. I never really had bullies in school. On the contrary, I
yeah,
always stood up for the other ones that did. Um, but when you have a whole line of people coming at you,
mhm,
taking it in real life, taking your personal information
yeah,
and paying a service to get information on you, that's on a
mhm,
whole different level.
it is.
And
And I
and if
will
you
say
notice,
that,
it was never denied.
yeah, I will say that the harassment that I experienced, my daughters also experienced, and it was like 30 years ago. And unfortunately, it only started because we lived next door to the person who started it. Um, and there was never a good reason. Not that there
There
ever
never
really
is.
is, but
Yeah,
there
yeah.
there was no even passable reason for her to start what she did, and it carried on for, yeah, about 9 or 10 years. And she was told by several people that she needed to stop. She just let's just say she was not taking the right kind of meds, and
Mm,
I will just say that as nicely as I can. But yeah, it eventually did stop, and the worst of it, honestly, was her bad mouthing me to people who are my now neighbors, and originally they believed what she had said because they didn't know me, because I have always kept to myself. Um, and it took them getting to know me and my daughters to recognize that they had been lied to.
a bunch of bullshit. Well, kind of the same thing that's happening to some of us now.
Yeah,
Um,
it
but
was just,
again, it just seems like it's so much more bigger than what it is because
yeah,
they attack you from all different sides.
yeah,
They attack you up, bottom, side to side, and you don't know which way it's coming from. A lot
yeah,
of the stuff that happened to me, I wasn't even aware that it was happening until it was too late.
yeah,
Um, I did suspect what's her name to do something stupid like that, but then when it was confirmed, I'm not gonna lie, it scared the shit out of me. It's like, is this how far you're fucking willing to go? You're willing
yeah,
to go and break the law for
yeah,
something that I never did to you. And then it came out that it was all a lie. Now you would think that after it came out that it was all a lie by those two people, that things would be easier. No, no, they decided to take it in real life. And
mm-hmm,
because I was going, and because I'm still continuing to go to those court hearings, they think
yeah,
it's okay to come and talk shit to me when I'm not even bothering them.
yeah,
Yesterday, the minute I got to the rally, out went the alarms. They had to go and notify the other one that I was there. I'm
mm-hmm,
like, I'm not here for you. I don't give a two fucks.
yeah,
But but if you want to start something, we can start something. LA is my city. We can start it.
yeah,
Luckily, it didn't go there. I enjoyed my time. I
mm-hmm,
felt very comfortable. I felt very safe out there. I had anonymous lens, watching my back. You saw how many people helped me out there when,
yeah,
uh, towards the end, when someone asked me, it's okay. Well, my leg was already giving out. And
yeah,
she saw how he almost fell when I just grabbed onto the gate. I wasn't going to tell you that. Um,
mm-hmm,
but my legs were already giving out. Um, that happened right as I was getting to the young lady that was hit by a rubber bullet. You
yeah,
need to watch Becky's rally. It's a long as replay. I was gonna put
yeah,
timestamps on there, but it was just a easy rally. Everyone was having a good time. You
mm-hmm,
got one truck that went and they were playing hip hop. The next one came along and they were playing Mexican regional music. Then the next one came along and they were playing something else. People were just in a really nice vibe. It felt more like a food fair because this
yeah,
one was selling mangoes, the other one was selling elotes, hot dogs. People were out there making money.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a lot of good energy. I ran into Jessica in streets out there. And like I said, anonymous lens. I
Mhm.
can't thank that girl enough.
Yeah.
Um, I wasn't out there by myself, and whenever I wasn't with one of the streamers, there was more than enough people that were willing to help me.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
you know,
I did hear Big Mouth when you were in the food truck
oh,
area.
he was there? Was he there?
Yeah. Mhm.
I didn't
I
even know.
heard him. I didn't see him, but I very clearly heard him.
I didn't even see him. But then again, I wasn't
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
I was too busy making sure that I didn't get trampled.
Yeah.
Um, I went and I sat on the opposite side where there was less people.
Mhm.
Um, I did that for two reasons. One, I wasn't too sure how the other crowd was going to be behaving. And by the time I got there, I was too late. By then they said it was closed. And you know
Yeah.
what? Even the officers were behaving decently this time.
Mm.
When they started with the
Except
rubber
whoever
bullets
shot that rubber bullet. Yeah.
and shot that girl, but she got first aid.
Mhm.
She was fine. I carry lidocaine. I carry first aid kits in my backpack for that very same reason. One, I'm clumsy. Two,
Mm.
you never know what you're going to see out there. Um,
Yeah.
and like that homeless guy that was, I mean, I'm not telling you, they came up with all of that recycle.
Mhm.
Um, the guy that got stabbed, he's talking about going to county and, hey, Janet from another planet, come on in.
Hi, Janet.
Uh, and he didn't have enough supplies to change his ostomy bags.
Yeah.
And my golden rule is I don't give out money.
Yeah.
Um, but in that case, the man had to pay, I think he said $10 for an ostomy bag, and he uses up to three a day, and they only
Mhm.
give 2 to 3 a week.
Yeah.
So I was in a position where giving him a 20 wasn't going to, get my lights cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, Janet, we're just chit chatting. You haven't really missed much of anything. And
No, you
so
haven't.
I think that was the only time that I've had that, and another time, I think when I gave somebody to buy a water or something like that. But that's as most as I've given out there as far as money is concerned. As far as food cans and stuff like that, it's different.
Yeah.
But the guy needed it, and he
Yeah.
didn't ask, and he was willing to work for it. Picking up trash, um,
Mhm.
picking up recycles. We had a lot of people picking up the trash, and that made me feel so much pride in my city.
Yeah.
I think what happened on Saturday, now just imagine for the Olympics. It's gonna
Yeah.
get crazy.
Mhm.
And you guys think I was joking about selling elotes and mangoes, and hell to the no, I'll sell some fucking elotes and mango come come the Olympics. Fuck yeah, you'll be able to make some money. Hmm. So it was a nice rally. I enjoyed it. Um, I know it wasn't full of drama the way everybody wants it to be. There were some isolated incidents.
Ugh, there
Um,
was more drama in the chats.
no, there was not. No, never.
Oh, we were playing
Never.
whack-a-troll for a while there in every chat I was in.
Yeah. Anonymous Lens, she has grown so much.
Yes.
And the pride that I'm like, "Ah, I remember you when,
She's
you
got
know,
10,000 subs now. That's
congratulations to
wild.
her.
Yeah.
And remember, she lost her channel at one point. She accidentally deleted it and had to start
Oh,
from
I didn't know
scratch.
that.
Yes, in
Oh.
the very beginning, she had accidentally deleted her channel
Oh,
and
no.
she had to start it from scratch again. And we are like, fuck it, let's make this one grow. And she was able to rebrand. Um,
Mhm.
now she covers most of these protests.
Yeah.
And it's like, you feel a sense of pride, like, yeah, I was there from the beginning. And this
Yeah.
is really what it's all about. It's all about when you can't helping your fellow streamers.
Yeah.
You know, I can't always be out there with her, but if what I can do, hi Elizabeth, if I can mod her channel, then fuck a duck, I'm a mod her channel. When you're asked to be a mod, it's a sense of responsibility. But like you also mentioned, it's like, what? You trust me with your channel?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do as much as I can when it comes to that person. Again, I don't know all the ins and outs. I can never post any damn links, but I can sure as
Well,
hell watch
I
a
think
troll
it's I think it's harder from a
on
phone.
a phone.
I
Yeah.
I mod only from my computer
Mm,
because it makes it a lot easier for me. I don't get stressed about it that way. I can pull up
I
a
just whack
separate
them.
tab
Mm,
and grab what I need to and,
mm,
not lose the stream. So, you know,
yeah.
that works for me. Plus, I did not grow up with these things.
Yeah.
Like even my daughters are less they I think
No
they're
social
only
media. Yeah.
millennials by birth. They are not millennials by mindset. They are not
Yeah.
constantly checking their phones. I have to go and physically, knock on doors or call out to them to get them to look at their damn text messages.
I have one of my nieces that's just like, it's a matter of fact, I don't ever know whether that's her current phone number or not. She had a flip phone up until maybe 2 years ago because she was like, nope, I
Mhm.
don't need anybody following me. Um, and I would send her like a screenshot of something that was actually important, and she would say, "You forget, I don't." And then finally, she couldn't find a flip phone anymore, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Well, it's for work, and I guess so." And but don't send her in a group chat because she will lose her mind, and
Yeah.
I don't blame her. That's kind of what got me into trouble just this weekend. Yeah.
I I I actually have more social media than my daughters do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I only have YouTube. I shut down all the other stuff.
Mhm.
It's like I don't do Facebook. I've never done Instagram. Maybe Facebook would post onto Instagram, but I got rid of all of that. I don't I have a TikTok only because they keep sending me these damn memes and shit from TikTok, and half of the time I'm like, what is it?
Yeah.
So I opened up a TikTok, but I really don't. My parents are in their 80s, insurance office, and are notorious for texting. Oh, uh, do you know,
Oh, that's
Sissy,
funny,
that is
Zippy.
a sign of true intelligence. I want you to know that.
um, my mother is also in her 80s and is notorious for sending me a text message asking me a question that she really wants the answer to, but then she puts the phone down and walks away from it for hours. In the meantime, I have answered her. And she doesn't see the answer.
And then she'll call you.
Well, she has to pick up the cell phone to actually call me, at which point, if she's thinking about it, she might check for a text before she calls to yell at me for not answering her.
That's funny.
Maybe.
Yeah, trust me. Everything that was happening in LA, I got a call from my godmother, and she's in her 90s.
Mhm. Mhm.
And she called me the sweetest thing. She calls me and she says, Mija, mm, your cousin showed me what you were up to over there. And I went, oh my God, I freaked out. And she says, you always have a place here at the state where she's at.
Mhm.
Um, but if you really want to, I'll send you a plane ticket for you to go to Mexico until all of this dies down.
Aw.
So, yeah, the cutest thing. She's in her 90s. Um,
Yeah.
I had to show her that it was just crazier, more on the news than it was out here. And then I contacted my cousins and I tore them up a new one. It's like, will you stop worrying my godmother?
Yeah.
But she somehow
Um,
found me somewhere
Sk-
along the way.
Skyfire, I agree with you. Although I'm not autistic because of my disabilities, it's hard for me to get out to socialize. And although I have apparently been a card carrying TV addict since I was a child, um, I can't. Hello, professor. I honestly cannot just sit and watch TV without doing something else at the same time, and I do like to be able to have conversations with people, but I also like to be able to limit how I do that, and in text form is my favorite form because I don't have to sit holding up a phone and I can listen to something else at the same time. Um, because
And I'm the
multitasking
opposite.
dies hard. Um, so social media has allowed me to have contact with other people who have the same interests. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
YouTube is, primarily about Scientology for me. But I do actually have a totally separate YouTube account that's way older than this one, that I use for other interests. Um, and I I have Instagram totally separate. I have nothing to do with Scientology on my Instagram. My Instagram actually posted something that I posted on Instagram to my Facebook account. And I'm suddenly getting notifications from people liking what I posted to my Instagram, but they're liking it on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, because I like to keep things separate.
Separate. And I never had thousands of friends on Facebook. To
Me
me,
either.
Facebook was something that you shared with your family, you shared with your friends.
Yeah,
If
with
I
your
didn't like you in
close
high school,
friends that you
yeah,
actually know in real life, kind
yes,
of thing. Yeah.
most of Facebook went to my wedding.
Mhm.
Um, you know, but I would be in some of those other groups, like the weight loss group and a couple of other ones.
Mhm.
Um, and even that got a little scary because in the weight loss group, I went. I went to the mall and all of a sudden I hear my Facebook name and I was all like, oh, who's that?
Yeah.
And um yeah, I mean I started getting recognized out and about. It kind of freaked me out
Oh,
a little, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it freaks you out.
One person
But
has come up to me that was a total stranger, who walked up when we were
Yopi.
out protesting downtown and said, "Scooter Mom," and I was like, "Uh-huh."
Well, East Los did that to me. East Los
Yeah.
was like, hey, bring tobacco. And I was walking and I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
he's all like, it's me, East Los. And then I reckon you're not expecting them out in the street. And then, hell, I
Exactly.
took a ride with him. We went to
And
Olvera Street.
yes, you did. But and this person is a supporter, but
Yes.
I had never seen him in my chat. I think he was a
Hmm.
lurker at the time, which is fine. I mean, we know that people lurk, but it was just so. And he literally had seen that we were there, and he lived not very far from where we were, so he like ran out of the house to come and meet us.
But that's kind of scary too. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, okay. What if it would have been one of those people? Then it's like,
it-
oh, kind of
yeah,
scary.
exactly,
Um,
exactly. I mean,
Especially here
it
in
was a little
LA.
better because I was not alone,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was way back last year. So, um, we were all very protective of each other. So, you know, but it was just
Well,
for a
East
moment,
Los,
it was like,
I was,
wait, who knows my, who knows me by that name?
yes. Like I used to support. I've been supporting East Los because I started with the 1A
First day. Yeah.
community. And
Yeah.
so, but when you're not expecting them,
Yeah.
it at first it's kind of, and I'm looking at him and it's like, he sure looks familiar. Well, duh, I've been following him for a bit. And by the way, East Los is the nicest guy. He really,
Yeah.
when he was out there, he was keeping an eye on me. Like,
Hmm.
he's a real nice guy. Tapatios
But
is another one.
I also have issues with remembering people's faces out of context. So if
Yes,
I
same
run
here.
into them somewhere where it's completely separate from where I would normally see them, I'm like, okay, you do look familiar, but I don't know why.
Mhm. Yes. I don't know if I were to see you out and about. I mean, not that you would come over here. Maybe we go over there. But even then, I think that kind of looks like Scooter Mom, but I'm not sure.
Okay, now
Um,
Rib Guy is threatening me.
Red guy, Professor Kakan, help!
Hi, HD2.
When I first saw Feral Cheryl, um, I looked at her and I was all like, wow. She really looks like she does on YouTube, you know. Um, I a while back I had met a beauty influencer back when I was really into the makeup and stuff.
Hmm.
And when I saw her, I went, "Oh my God, you're so and so!" And her first reaction was, "Oh my God, now you know my last name."
Uh,
And at first I was all like, "Well, what's the big old deal about that?" Well, now I understand.
hmm.
And but she was gorgeous. The same, and I think when you watch TV, they look so different than they do in person because of all the makeup, the costumes, this and that. when it's someone on YouTube or on social media, it's like, oh damn, you look like
Yeah,
yourself because there's not. I mean, unless you're gonna be walking around with filters all day, all every day.
right.
I mean,
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie. I throw on the filter because I'm not like, yeah.
If I knew how to do filters.
Well, YouTube just has this like retouch. It's not like, it's
Mhm.
making you 10 pounds skinnier. It just doesn't make you look as tired. If I see Becky when I come to LA next spring, I'm buying margaritas. Fuck it. Oh, Farrell Cheryl, what you see on YouTube is exactly how she is in person.
Mhm.
Um,
I believe it. I
Funny.
believe
Same,
it.
yeah, same with Jerry, Sarasota Jerry, and Dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty's a hoot.
The 3 of
Dusty's a
them in
hoot.
the car in LA, I
Oh my
cannot
God.
not laugh about that.
Mm. Poor
Oh
Dusty and
gosh.
Cheryl. They came out here when it was right smack in the middle of a shit show. And
Yes.
Dusty, I still tease Dusty to this day. I like Dusty. You were scared. You were scared to go live with me. He wasn't. He says you want to go, but I didn't want to go live with them. It was just like I wanted to enjoy them. I wanted to be in the moment. Yes,
Mhm.
is it a YouTube thing? Yes, but I really wanted to enjoy them. I guess it was for selfish reasons.
Well, yeah.
I just wanted to be
I
in
get
the
that.
moment, and we did.
Yeah,
We
I
we
get
did
that.
that when it came to dinner. When was it Saturday or Sunday? I don't even remember. But we just enjoyed the moment, and yeah, we're streamers and all of that, but getting
But
to
you're
meet
human
someone in
beings
person.
first.
Yeah, yeah. Like I wanted to be able to cook what I was cooking.
Mhm.
The friends that we were with, the missus was absolutely just the best. I
Mhm.
took a friend of mine and everyone got together. We all vibed, um, sat back, had good food, had a great bunch of laughs.
Yeah.
Um, and we
And
just enjoyed it.
you know what? That's the thing that I think a lot of people have to learn when they're streamers is not everything has to be streamed. I mean, we joke, or at least I joke,
Yeah,
pictures or it didn't happen, or video or it didn't happen. That to me is a total joke because I know I don't require proof to believe
right?
that people met. I mean, rib guy wearing a dress, picture or it didn't happen.
That's
Serious.
true.
But most things.
Hey, Riptide, is that an invite? Are you inviting me over? Is that what that means? Because I know you're not telling me this and I'm not getting an invite, right? Sorry, Riptide, you brought it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything
exactly,
and
rib
nothing is
guy.
private anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And and I think maybe that's an advantage to growing up before the internet was really a big thing
Yeah,
or
it's true.
anything, is we were able to live our lives without cameras about
Yep.
anything. I mean, granted, my father, his hobby was photography. I did grow up through my very young childhood having a camera around quite frequently. I think I might have
I
been his
still
favorite
have,
subject.
is it in here? I still have the cameras, not as big as they were in the 80s. It was like the second generation where they weren't as big. I just
Yeah.
found it in the closet somewhere. I
Mhm.
think I'm gonna bring it out one of these days and just film, see if it's still, I mean, that Polaroid camera was handy. Oh yeah, I used to
I
have the
had
Polaroid.
a big Polaroid
Yep.
from when they first came out. I
Do
can't
you
believe
remember?
they've
Well, I
managed to
still
make them
have
so
the
much
flashness.
smaller.
I found,
Yeah.
you remember those flashes that you used to have to buy for your camera? I found one the other
Yes.
day. I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
I found it around my mom's stuff. And I was
Yeah.
all like, "Oh, hot
Yeah.
diggity damn." But yeah, I mean, in order to take a picture, you had to buy the flash. Sometimes the flash was more expensive than the damn film.
Yes.
And it was a little cube that went on top of the camera. And I'm saying that, yep. What
My
is that?
cat did steal from me again. She found
Oh,
this and ran out with it. Yes, flash
is that
cubes.
for your
I remember
edges?
them.
I'm like, is
It's
that a
for
comb? Is
hair.
that for your edge?
For ha-
For your
it's for
edges?
hair. Edges. Yep.
Yeah, okay. You look this tiny to me. That's why.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's the phone deal. Because if I flip it to a different way, then I won't be able to see chat.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are HD. I don't know, but gosh, I used to love going. I never had grandparents. They passed away before I was even born, even a thought. But I had an old neighbor that, we used to go into. He
Mhm.
used to open up his wife's old bedroom, and we used to go through all the little. I still have. Um a friend of mine had just gone through her mom's stuff, and she had like an old um the duck. What's the damn duck's name? The one that talks like that. What is
Oh,
his name?
um, uh, Daffy? Are we
Donald
talking
Duck.
about Daffy? Donald
No,
Duck,
Donald
yes.
Duck. And it's a
I
little
mean,
pin, and the
who
hands wiggle, and um, I don't know what to tell you. But just going through her little stuff it's like, oh, I remember these, and it's fun. I love going through little knickknacks like that, like Donald Duck. Yes,
yes, Donald Duck,
my
thank you.
mom and stuff. I have a lot of my mom dishes.
Mhm.
She had a collection of, I think it was McDonald's, the one that was selling the Smurfs cups. It might have been Taco Bell. It might have been Taco Bell. Back in the day, and I have quite a few of the Taco Bell cups, that glasses that they used to sell.
Oh, wow.
Um, oh yeah, I'm old school all the way. A friend of mine just passed away, and the husband um, doesn't know what to do with her collection of Barbies.
Mhm.
And I'm like, hello, sell them to me.
Yeah.
She had a full bed. Oh, I think I messed up my audio. Of course, why would it work?
I was just kind of wondering if it was
Hold
my
on.
earbud or
No, it was mine. Let me see if I can. Wait.
my mother turned out and got rid of so many things that I really don't have, stuff like that. Um, I don't even have my old Polaroid that I had when I was
Mm-hmm.
a kid. So, but
I say
what
he
are you gonna
has
do?
a shed about probably a little bigger than mine with shelves
Mhm.
full of her Barbies. In
Oh yeah.
addition to a full bedroom full of Barbies that she kept.
Wow.
and he's all like, I don't even know I just want to get rid of them. And I thank you, Professor Kakan.
Yes,
It
it
was
is.
my, yeah, when I switch it, yeah, it's I had to switch it to the one that has a little bit more battery because this one sure is always sucking.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah. So I'm like, hello, I'll buy them off of you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we'll
Ah,
see.
HD2. Wow. I didn't have a high school
Hmm.
jacket. I did, however, finally get rid of my high school jersey that I bought in high school, of course. And we would wear them to all the sports. So, um, especially the football games. But
Hmm.
I think I might still have. All right, here's a very Canadianism. Um, my high school toque.
What's a two?
It's a knitted winter hat with a pom pom.
Oh, okay. I
We call them
found
toques.
my toques. Toques. Hmm.
Hmm.
Is it okay? Is it like a winter cap? I guess with a pom pom.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it is. Toque is a French word, so it ends in QUE for those who are not familiar. Um, I think it's TOQUE. I very rarely write it. I only ever say it. But yeah, we call them toques here. But they have to have the pom pom on the top to be a proper toque.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I found my sweatshirt with all the names in the back of the graduating class.
Oh wow.
And the number. Yeah, I found that. But um I found my yearbook.
Hmm.
I mean, I was in a couple of clubs in high school. I mean, I did what was called the Managers Club, which is where instead of PE and physical ed, you went
Hmm.
out and you set up all the sports games that were
Ah,
going to come up: the football field, the basketball,
yeah.
baseball. And so that's how, I got along with the football players, the cheerleaders.
Hmm.
And I also did what was known as peer counseling, which is they would kind of give you a little class. And if one of your peers came to you because they were having difficulties at home, they were depressed, they were afraid of whatever, they kind of sat with you. And then, if obviously if they were in danger of self harm, you kind of had to report that to the teacher, to the school psychologist, and they would find that help.
Yeah.
Um, and I did
Um,
that, so I was part of that club as well.
yeah. HD2, I can say very, very few things just to get me by in French, but really, I don't really speak French. Um, I have forgotten most of the French that I ever learned, and taking French in school when I was in school was mandatory up until I think grade 11. Then it was um,
An
optional.
elective optional.
Yeah.
We had to take a second language since we were in junior high. Whether you
Hmm.
chose, I think it was between French and Spanish. Well, hello, I already spoke Spanish and I swore I was going to end up in France somewhere. So I took
Hmm.
French for 2 years in junior high. And then in high school, I decided to take Spanish so that I would learn how to actually write it. And,
Yeah.
I did that. I had Spanish for Spanish speakers, and oof, that lady hated my guts. Um, yep. I mean, even my when you were part of this volunteer um organization, you would automatically get a psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember she just I mean, she belittled me in there because I didn't pronounce whatever correctly.
Yeah.
Pellizcar. You know, some people say pinchar, which means to pinch, and
Mm-hmm.
that's Spanglish. And some people pronounce the L when you write L in Spanish, it has a Y sound.
Mm.
Well, I read it pellizcar instead of pellizcar. And boy, did she give me a tongue lashing and was failing me and all kinds. So
Mm.
that day I was at that program where you volunteer with the elderly, and she noticed I just wasn't myself and what happened. And I told her, oh, she marched her ass into that schoolyard, went and got that teacher out and gave her the lashing of her lifetime. But it was
Mm-hmm.
also other things involved. We had advocates back. We used to have a school nurse where you
Yeah.
used to just roll up your sleeve, boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Everybody got there.
Yep.
It wasn't
Same here.
now they don't even have school nurses in most high school.
Uh,
Um,
um.
but
Yeah. HD2. Yes and no. So the province of Quebec, you have to be able to
mm,
speak French. Some parts of Ontario, especially the closer parts to Quebec, because we're right next door to Quebec, you'll find more French speakers. The same on the other side of Quebec. Um, Manitoba has a lot of French speakers. Um, and I'm not actually sure about the rest of the provinces or the territories. Um, but a lot of us don't actually speak French because we don't exercise it, so we lose it. We had to learn it in school when I was growing up. I don't know. I would think that they would still have to learn it because it's one of the official languages of Canada. So I would think that they would have to learn it in in school for a little while. But I don't know how far up it goes anymore. Um, I I do wish that I had had more opportunity to use it, um, but I didn't, and I was busy doing other stuff, so I really didn't pay a lot of attention to people when they'd say, you might want to keep it up because it could come in handy. But also, there is a difference between Quebecois French and Parisian French. Parisian French is much more proper. Quebecois, the French Parisians kind of look at Quebecois French as slang, or more slang. Um, but
it's a different dialect.
yeah, it is. It is,
That's
and
what like.
and and there's more informality with Quebecois
Hmm.
French than there is with Parisian French. And the only reason that I know anything about that difference is I think my dad was a little ahead of the curve when I was really, really young. I had a French tutor before school, and like before I started school. and I had I had Parisian French lessons, and so there was a little bit of a learning change when I got into school. The only thing that I managed to keep from my Parisian French was the very basics, um, that translated over to Quebecois, and um, the accent. I could speak French with a good French accent, but that does me no good if I can't speak the language.
Yeah,
So
I feel like you're right. Yeah, there is a huge
yeah.
difference
Hello,
between,
Afila.
Spanish from Spain. Hello.
Yes.
Cajun Creole is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a coworker that, yeah, half of the time I would need to look to someone else so they can translate. Yeah, Cajun
And
Creole was, yeah.
patois is based in French,
Mhm,
but a Parisian French person probably would not understand it. They
mhm.
might understand the odd word or two, but only if it was spoken more slowly. So, yeah, I mean, there are
Same with
just all
Mexico
kinds of
and Spain.
variations. Yeah.
Same with Mexico and Spain. Some of the things that we say, especially in Michoacan, I mean, I go to Spain and they're gonna look at me like, what you say? A
Mhm.
tortilla for them is an egg omelet. A tortilla for us is what Dougie calls burrito shells. And
Yeah.
even those we don't really consider tortillas. They're flour tortillas.
Mhm.
They're completely different than the corn tortillas. Um, yeah, but certain things that we would say, yeah, they would totally look down on us. But then again, they also have to understand that when we were conquered, we had so many dialects out there.
Yeah.
A lot of the words that I use are more, they're not, they're Hispanic. Some of the cooking that I do, a lot of the cooking that I do is pre-Hispanic. I mean, it's down to our indigenous roots, our
Yeah.
native roots. Yeah, I mean, um, what we call corundas is a type of tamale, but it's made with a type of bamboo or, the corn leaves, whatever they
Mhm.
are called. And you
Uh-huh.
wrap them up in that, and they don't. Not the husks. The husks are how you make the tamal,
Oh, okay.
but we're talking the long leaves. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, okay.
And that you end up wrapping the corunda. Um, it's almost like so it's like this,
Mhm.
and you wrap it into a triangle, and so you would just kind of wrap it, wrap it. Obviously, I'm not doing it properly because hello, and it looks
Mhm.
something like this.
Okay.
It's something like that, and they don't have any meat. Um, how you eat it is you get two or three of these on your plate, and
Mhm.
then the chile verde, which is the green chili sauce with pork meat or whatever, red meat, and you put it
Yeah.
on top, and you eat those with sour cream and that um, chili.
Mhm.
They're delicious. They're different from the tamal. Um, Things like that are longaniza is similar to chorizo, but
Mhm.
it's meatier. Um, A lot of our cooking is pre-Hispanic food. And, unfortunately, we're losing quite a bit of our traditional foods. Um, and the way they were prepared. Obviously, now with so many more conveniences,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think I think I can send you a picture next time of the enchiladas and how we make them.
Yeah.
Did I send you a picture of that one?
I don't think so.
No. Let me send you one. Hold on, guys. I might end up losing you. Let me be right back. Hold on.
Oh. Skyfire, I actually, a friend of mine and I taught ourselves the ASL alphabet when we were in high school. And uh, that's as far as we got because we didn't even know to look for um, the signals for whole words or the whatever, the hand gestures to make a whole word. So we just painstakingly memorized the whole alphabet. However, having done that, we had a teacher who was very suspicious because we would say stuff to each other across the classroom. Oops, she'll come back. Um, and she thought we were cheating. And it's like, that actually never had occurred to us because we were doing it out in the open. So, it, it made no sense for us to even think about doing that to cheat because for sure we would have been caught. But neither one of us even thought about cheating at the time. I was such a goody two shoes back then. Oh yes, that picture. Yes, she did. And I can't share it because it's not uploaded. Uh,
I
yes,
knew I
you
was going to
did.
lose you.
Yeah, you did share that picture, and I'm sorry I can't share it with everyone in the chat because it's not
Sorry.
uploaded. But it's Becky standing at a very special barbecue.
I'm at a, that's the way we make our enchiladas. We grill them.
Yeah.
And we thought we were going to be making them with propane because most parks do not allow you to have firewood anymore. But
Mm-hmm.
in this case, they told us that we couldn't have propane and that we had to do it with charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the way that we originally make them is with charcoal and wood, mesquite more than
Yeah.
anything because it burns high.
Yeah.
Well, now I can't see my or your chat. Where is your chat? Oh, a Dia de los Muertos event. Um, if you're going to go see it, I would suggest Mexico City, Oaxaca, Puebla, Michoacan. Those are some of the states that hold these beautiful events. When we were growing up, Dia de los Muertos wasn't as big as it is now. It wasn't so much costumey as it is now. It was a day of um, reflection. You would cook all of your family members' favorite foods. The altar is a seven step altar. I can't remember what it each stands for, but it does have to have um, the sun. I know it has to have the marigolds, and their favorite food, their favorite toy, their favorite things to do. I mean, now we would set up an altar for those that passed away recently. We would have to put an iPhone on
Becky,
there.
you and I,
It's true.
okay, you and I are going to have to peacefully cheer for our teams because the Blue Jays are going to be taking on the Dodgers in the World Series. Game 1 is on Friday.
So, who's your team?
Blue Jays. I don't actually watch baseball, but
Um,
of course I have to root for my Toronto team.
in that case, I forgive you.
Why, thank you. So nice of you. Um,
Go
yeah,
Dodgers.
so sorry for all you Mariner fans. Sort of.
Mm, I'm not. Yeah, the Dodgers did very well this year.
Hmm. So did the Blue Jays.
Very well. Yeah, well, yeah, they're playing each other. I mean, what can we
Yeah.
do, right?
Yep.
All I'm gonna say is, I love you, my friend.
Yeah. And I love you too, Becky. We might have a problem,
Yeah.
however.
Um, you see, what had happened was, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
I like sports, but you know what? I am not a sports fanatic.
No.
I enjoy them. I enjoy the Dodgers for sure. Hello.
Mhm.
Um, but I am right now I'm able to sit out here doing the live because the husband is in there watching the Seahawks, I guess. I don't even know if
Mhm.
the game is over.
Okay,
I'm
I
sure
need
it's
to
still
ask you
going on.
though, how do you feel about the LA Lakers
Well, you
basketball?
gotta support them through thick, yeah, through thick and thin. I mean, what can I say? I don't know. They're not doing too well.
Hmm.
I don't even know if the Clippers are gonna do better than the Lakers. You know, Clippers used to be one of those. Oh yeah, the Clippers, but now
Zippy.
they're coming up. Doug the Poach.
Uh, oh.
You know, Zippy.
I used to like you.
I don't know, Zippy. You might be blocked from the next hearing string. Yeah, I might go to that hearing and be like, "Where's Zippy?" I don't know. I'm not like Zippy. Who? Who's Zippy? I'd be like,
Oh
"Oh,
gosh.
that's Zippy." Yeah, I remember her. She used to come into my chat, and then then the Dodgers happened.
Uh,
I'm
Skyfire.
finding all guys. Yeah, notice how I'm ignoring you guys right now? No, look, I just found
Yeah.
one of my ornaments that I was making for Christmas. Yeah. Oh, look, it still works. I think I made
Those are some
these
very
last
big
year.
glowing beads there, Becky.
They're made out of crystal. Well, so what I did, because I'm a cheap ass, and I really wanted to decorate my tree very differently last year. And there I go again with the damn earbuds. And hold
Oh,
on.
the earbud.
No, look, you see, they're not. It's not charging.
I think you might
My
need new
earbuds are not
earbuds.
charging. Hold on, let me go get my headset. Hopefully that's a little. If not, fuck it up, man.
Uh, maybe try something else.
Oh gosh, I could not resist the bead crack. Oh dear. Yeah, I've watched baseball a little bit, but it really didn't grab my attention for long term. Um, Basketball, on the other hand, do not come between me and my Toronto Raptors team. I need to be able to watch them, and I need to be able to watch them uninterrupted. So, yeah, I I played baseball. It's different. It is very different when you're actually playing it as opposed to watching it. Um, and my daughters, when they were little, they played softball um, with the community center, but they didn't stay with it, and that's okay because equipment can be expensive. Um, okay, I will admit that the Jays did have to go to Game 7 to beat the Mariners. However, everybody can have an off night. Yeah, the pitcher and the catcher. I agree. Um, I but I way back I did enjoy playing baseball. I just really can't sit and watch it. There's just too much time where there's not a lot going on for me.
I have to go old
Oh,
school.
you had to go old school. Oh boy.
I
Yeah.
need to be attached to an umbilical cord. Mhm.
Do you have an adapter to plug it into your phone?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
need
can't hear me.
to.
Oh, you can.
Luckily,
Yeah.
my phone is already charged. 'Cause, yeah, Becky
Yeah.
had not charged her phone.
Mm.
I thought I was charging it, but it was not connected. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because why would I make it easy on me, right? Like now, why would I make it easy on me?
Yeah.
This one.
And I'm just
And
gonna
then, of
say
course,
this
I had to
now.
hear the Dodgers are playing the Blue Jays. And, um, oh, I guess it would help if I would put these little fuckers in my ears.
Usually, yeah. I am gonna say
Right,
this
left, right,
now so
left.
that you can start
Ah,
giving
here we go.
your Mexican goodbyes
Is that better?
now
So
because
the
we have been live
go
for
ahead.
2.5 hours. So
God
you're gonna
dang, we
have to
can never do
start
a
with the
short life.
Mexican goodbyes because actually
I
my
started
back is
doing the South
starting to
Central
seize up.
goodbye. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just got up and yeah.
Ah!
Well, you let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
Look what I've had in my back this whole time. A
Yeah.
frozen water bottle. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, these have saved my life. Out there when I go out and during the hot flashes. Whew, I
Mhm.
don't get hot flashes anymore, thankfully, but I would have to sleep with one of these next to me.
Oh yeah.
Right smack it. Hold on. What is he talking about? What you talking about? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
Zippy.
the Seahawks are winning. What happened?
Zippy fractured her face chasing a line drive homer when she ran into the down post of a cyclone fence. Ow. Oh,
That sounds extremely painful.
I would say. I mean, I thought I was bad um, when I ran face first into a fence playing, I think it was red light, green light, or something like that on the
You really took Squid
schoolyard.
Games. Yikes!
Because yeah, I guess you did, Zippy. I back then for some reason I did not think about the fact that it might be a good idea to put my hands up before I got close to the fence. And I was
Yikes.
running full speed and went boom. So,
Let's
yeah.
see.
Mm.
I never fractured anything but my collarbone, and that was when a car hit me as I was crossing the street. That's how I
Ooh,
got this scar here. I landed on his hood. Yeah, that was not
ooh,
fun.
yeah.
Um,
I've
but
only
when it
fractured a
came to a
toe.
fence,
Hmm.
who did?
I've only fractured a
When it
toe.
that it was a hairline fracture, and it was extremely painful even to
I
breathe.
bet it was.
Um,
Yeah.
and then when I was a kid, I sliced the side of my foot from
Ooh.
my foot all the way up my ankle. And well, it was more like on a zag like that. I can see the bones. I mean, there's not much
Mm.
flesh on your foot, on the top of your foot.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other thing that I did? I jumped a wooden fence so I wouldn't get tagged. And when I jumped, I didn't grab on to it properly.
Mm.
And so I slid down
Oh,
a
yeah.
very old wooden fence. That's when I discovered that you can pull the um all of the splinters with onion.
Oh.
My mother did it, Yeah, my mother had to roast a steaming onion inside of foil paper. And then what she did was she put it on my skin, wrapped it. By the
Hmm.
morning, they just slid off because when you steam an onion, it's kind of very slimy.
Yeah.
And that's how I managed. Hey, Anna from Canada, we're saying our
Hi,
Mexican
Anna.
goodbyes. Probably at
Yeah.
South Central soon because Scoot is tired. She was a
It's not
super
that I'm
mod.
tired. My back is just,
You're back. I
the
know.
muscles are seizing.
I feel it on this side. At
Hmm.
Scoot, I'm telling you, try the ice because that is the only thing that will stop my seizing now.
Yeah.
I've tried when you get like a Charlie horse or a cramp on your leg, everybody tells you all kinds of home remedies.
Hmm.
The mustard, the pickle juice, drink this, eat that, shove this up here, and nothing works. But
I have
the only thing
I have magnesium spray that I should actually get one of my daughters to put on my back. Um, or use my tens machine. Either one is probably
I
a good idea.
this one also does. This is a fine stream. This is what I use for the migraines. I
Yeah.
don't get them as much, but
Hmm.
this is like a lidocaine fine stream. This also helps with. It helps more with the migraines.
Yeah.
Uh, but it does help. It's for myofascial pain, trigger points, muscle spasms, minor sports injuries. pre-injection anesthesia. That's
Mhm.
how I found out that this was helping me more than the trigger point injections I was getting on my neck
Ah.
for the migraines.
Yeah, I had a
And then, but
trigger
the
point.
ice bottle.
I
Oh, you
had
had
tri-
some? You
I
had
had
them?
trigger point injections just on Tuesday. I was kind of hoping that, a week later the flare would be done, but I think I set myself back on Saturday somehow or other.
Is it for migraines or for what?
No, it's my back.
Mm. I would get 11 for my migraines around the neck area.
Yeah.
The migraine specialist tried to give me an injection there, and I mean, when I tell you that my nerves were knots, she says, "I'm afraid to stick the needle in there." Um, but
Yeah.
every time she would spray this, the
Mhm.
migraine just went away. So I'd rather pay $35 for this than to get 11 trigger point injections.
Uh
At least
yeah.
that's what it was back then. I don't even know how much. But the
Yeah.
ice, when I get a Charlie horse in the like with the with these vitamins that my girlfriend got me, I think it's something like ginger, garlic, and I don't know what else is in them. But I didn't have a lot of the cramping and the leg spasms that I normally get. On Monday, Tuesday I was still in the ER. Wednesday I could not move at all. I was stuck in bed for a couple of days. Um,
Yeah.
just from last Monday. I thought it was going to be the same thing because I did do a lot. I mean, for most people, what I walked was nothing. It really wasn't. But I
Yeah.
carry the backpack. I carry the
Mhm.
stuff with me.
Yeah.
It was hot. I was sweating. I thought I am going to feel like shit. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Uh, I actually woke up decently. Um, but definitely the ice bottle for the hot flashes in the middle of the night
Yeah.
or when you're out in public and you don't want to to sit there fanning yourself. um I would just get the ice bottles and just very nonchalant, very ladylike, just kind of press it up against my temple or
Mhm.
right in my
Yeah, the
inner
crook of the
elbow.
elbow. Yeah.
Hmm. And it would go away. I didn't feel so stupid sitting there fanning myself like I did before. And that also works
Yeah.
for the leg cramps in the middle of the night. I'm telling you guys, this works for leg cramps. And I've tried it all.
Mm.
Ice. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Scoot, I don't want you to spasm. Yeah, I don't want you to spasm up and on us. So we can start saying our goodbyes. We still need to do the stream on the other subjects. Um,
Yeah, but the next hearing isn't until November 24th, isn't it?
no, I'm talking about the hot flashes, the menopause
Oh,
talk.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
I know Mondays is a little busy for you.
Usually,
Um,
yes.
yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Um, so Wednesdays usually work better for me because they just do.
Yeah.
Actually, Wednesday afternoon. Like Monday, Wednesday, Friday is usually a day where I'm out and about, either visiting mom or handling my own appointments. Tuesdays and Thursday are a little easier. That's
Mhm.
why I'm not on Mexican long hair as often as I. This morning, I had to go run some errands, and then I have
Yeah.
a standing 2 o'clock.
Hi,
Um,
Cinderella.
Cinderella, Cinderella. I no longer get migraines. Maybe tied to the food I eat. I stay away. Yeah,
Yeah.
and highly processed foods. I've
I
never been into highly processed foods.
Yeah,
Uh,
unfortunately, migraines can be very tied to hormones. which is
Yeah.
what mine are.
Hmm.
So I get less than I did, um, 2 or 3 years ago, but I
Primo.
still do get them. Hi, Dad Aunt.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw your
So
video, Darant.
I haven't seen it
Sorry.
yet. I have to go looking for it because for some reason my feed did not bring it to me. Um,
Oh, I saw it.
mm,
But we'll leave that subject for another day.
yeah,
I
but
enjoy this
the
relaxing subject, this
so do
relaxing
I.
stream.
So do I. Now I will say that it basketball season is starting this Wednesday. So I'm going to
Oh,
be a little less available in the
well,
evenings
yeah. I'll make sure
because
not to
you
go out
know how I
anywhere in the
am.
evening and stream.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's the perfect time for me to go out and stream because you'll be too busy with your basketball.
You know I will know.
No, you won't. I'll block you. I'll be like, who's that?
I'll still get the notifications.
That's true. I'm gonna unmod you for basketball season.
You're
Just
getting
kidding. I
sued
was
for the
just kidding.
bicycle meme?
Wait, who's
Dad
getting
Aunt.
sued for the bicycle meme?
Dad Aunt.
No.
I know more friends are joining the chat. Isn't that always the way?
Wait. Hold on, hold on.
Thank you, HD2.
Okay, HD.
Sleep well.
If your back is bad, you sound wrapped up.
I
My
know.
back?
We should wrap up. Yes, we should.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, you should. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think
I
both of us are already starting to wiggle. But Friday, there goes Friday. Hola, Friday. I just saw you. Are you just coming in?
she came in a couple of minutes ago. I think.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, on
Wait,
your
so
Mod
Dad, and
Wars
did they
channel,
strike you for that? I gotta know. Did they strike you for that? That's
or are
right.
they
She was
just
modding Eric's
uttering
channel.
threats in your Mod Wars channel? Good night, Southern Yankee.
Good night, Southern Yankee. There's a delay, so I'm waiting for Dad Aunt.
Data. Yeah. Well, also
Dad Aunt.
typing, and
Dad Aunt.
it's either like
True.
this or like this, and probably like this.
Sueños dulces, Southern Yankee, sweet dreams. Dad Aunt, I'm waiting for your answer.
Yeah, I want to see. Give me a sec here. I will. I hope it hasn't been pulled down.
No, the hurt feeling guy said he's. Oh gosh. Oh man. You know, it's funny how they run away screaming they want to throw me in a cage. I have
Mm,
free. How is it that you are claiming your First Amendment rights are being violated, and yet you're trying to violate everybody's? Make it make sense.
oh
Chillones.
God. Okay, I'm going to share this. Just give me a second.
Mm. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Damn
Uh
it.
oh. The me. Oh, that one. Well,
25 counts of child cruelty, 6 felonies, and 16 misdemeanors of hate crimes.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they can put your picture on their watermark, but now he cries true.
Hmm.
That is true. They can also be attacking people that, yeah, attack,
Oh.
attack, 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 attack. Well, I still have many screenshots. I still have clips of what he said before I even knew who the hell he was. I had no idea.
Hmm.
You cannot go out there, fuck with people, and then cry victim. Well, you can, but I don't know. Do we know what happened in court?
In which court?
There was a hearing today.
Oh, was there? I don't know.
Yes.
I've been
The
oblivious.
meteorologist. Yeah, the meteorologist. Mierda means poop. The
Okay.
mierdaologist at a hearing today, which is my understanding that he no showed because he was ill.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
really?
you're sick, all right. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's the info that I received, but I haven't gotten any other updates. Not that I go looking for them, but you know they're always coming to you.
Oh, of course.
But
I
battling,
wonder,
um,
does anybody know if Boss is going live tonight? Because for sure he'll say something.
oh yeah. I just don't want to give it too much energy.
Thank you, Dead
Um,
End. You
it was
did
that
make
was
me
fun.
laugh. That was excellent.
I don't. You okay?
Yeah, just being
I
clumsy.
I just don't want to give
It's
it too
okay.
much energy. I'm
No.
gonna keep it going the same way we've been keeping it going. They want to argue, let them argue with themselves.
Hmm.
I have enough with what's going on in my real life. I have enough with I take care of mine. So that's all my worries. Anyways, guys, we're tired. Our back, well, we're more like my back is spasming up, so it's scoots.
Hmm.
So we'll
Yep.
set up another time and date where we can just kind of chit chat and talk about nothing. We're gonna be like
Yeah.
Seinfeld, a show about nothing and everything at the same time.
Oh, by the way, I hope
Hmm.
everyone likes the background I put behind
Oh,
our
I love it.
pictures.
I love it.
It's
I
a
meant to.
restream. It was one that was offered by Restream, and I thought, you know what? It's a couple of couches, and there are microphones in front of each couch, and a coffee table, and we're just sitting back and talking, and I thought
I
it was
like the
kind of
setup.
nice. Yeah.
It is. I like the setup. You're not glitching. Like when you put the other background, you're not glitching.
Yeah.
I actually have a computer in front of me, it looks like. What is it, a TV? I don't know. A TV stand.
No, there's a
It looks
microphone
only,
stand. It's a
oh,
microphone
it's a,
stand
oh,
under
I
each one of us.
professional. Well, you gave me the crappy mic because my audio kept going. I'm blaming, there you go. You see, that's what happened, you guys.
What can I say?
Right? You wanted the good stuff for you. I get it. I see how it
Mhm.
is. School. I
See,
see how it is.
I mean, come on, I'm the host. I have to be
Of
heard.
course. Of course. Mm, I like having these with you because it doesn't feel like I'm talking to myself. You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
I like it. So,
Yeah.
anyways, we'll set
I
up
enjoy
another
it too.
one when you feel better, when
Mm.
your Raptors are not playing.
Yes.
The Seahawks were winning, I think 14-3 just now. So that means the hubby's going to be in a very good mood. Not that he isn't, but I don't have to hear like "damn Seahawks, they missed," and I don't know what the hell he's. I just shake my head. How
Mhm.
dare they? Really? They missed it, and why are they getting? That's all I can say. Because half of the time, I don't know what he's talking about. It's football.
And if you hear meowing, that is Kiko voicing his strenuous objection to my daughter's bedroom door being closed.
Oh yeah,
It is against the kitty
Kiko.
rules. Kiko.
His name is Kiko.
His name is Kiko.
How did you
Yes.
come up with the name?
Well, when we adopted him, for some reason, he had been named Kiara. And I said, um, you know, I'm not a bigot, but I just cannot personally call a male cat Kiara for the rest of his life. I just,
So Kiko. Kiko is who we call Enriquez,
oh yeah?
and we call him Kikos. Yeah, we call him Kikos. And that I saw your comment about a booster, a booster chair. That's why I did this. Hold on. Don't forget that, aunt. Don't forget.
Good night,
Keep it up.
Skyfire.
Okay. Well, school. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
very much for hosting. I really do appreciate
Yeah, it's
you.
my pleasure.
And we'll set up another one, guys. You guys come up with a theme of what you guys want to talk about. It doesn't always have to be Scientology. It doesn't always have to be all the other crap that goes on. I kind of enjoy not talking about that.
Yeah, it's
So,
nice to take a break from it and
yeah,
talk
it
about
really
other stuff.
is.
Or just
Mm-hmm.
laugh. Because
Oh,
laughter can be
the last
healing.
time we were just laughing a little too much.
I don't know. I got a lot of comments. I'm still getting comments even today from people thoroughly enjoying, especially that first hour.
Easy on the needles with that. Pick, prima. Wait, hold on, primo. Look, just because I don't want to make people liars, right? These are my beading needles.
uh-huh.
They're very fine. They're very fine. Barely see them. And
Okay,
they're this
so
big.
let me see. Do I? Nope, not in there. I know where. No. Yes, I do. Of course, they're under stuff. I'm muttering, but I'm getting to something
I hear you.
because you are not the only one.
Certified?
Well, I mean, of course.
Sorry, I had to go there. I just had to.
Okay, here we go. Just so that nobody thinks that Becky is the only person who holds needles. Each one of these containers holds needles of varying
Oh
lengths,
wow.
okay?
They're similar. I'm about ready to put all of my beads in all of these little glass ones because I really do want to start beading again.
Mhm.
Um, I just need to get better. I have a lamp that I need to buy the light bulb for because I accidentally broke it.
Oops.
Um, I need to do that soon, but I got some of my fall stuff already ready to go. I have my Dia de los Muertos that I need to clean this stuff. Maybe the next time I go live, you guys. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. It all depends on how much stuff comes my way. Oh, you have to watch the replay of the first hour. Oh, we had so
From
much fun that
not
last
from
one.
tonight, but from last week, yeah. that was, oh boy, I did
Oh
nothing
gosh,
but
did
laugh.
we? Well, you were wearing a beaver shirt. That's what started it all. It was your beaver. You had it in full display. You did have your beaver in full display.
Yes, I did, with a warning not to poke it.
Don't poke the beaver. And then from there, it just all went downhill. I started pulling out my beads.
Yes, Becky and the
Today I
bees.
pulled, yeah, today I pulled out some balls that illuminated, some illuminating balls. I
Zippy,
did
me
almost
too.
finish. I almost did finish. I don't know if you see the little footballs on there. The little footballs, but I had a
Oh
big old
yes, I
hole
do
in
see
it.
them. Hmm.
Yeah, so we were also talking about sheepskin. Mhm.
Listen,
Mhm.
anybody else who wants
Yeah,
a Don't Poke the Beaver t-shirt can get one on my merch store, which is linked in my About
very.
section on my channel page. That is one of the few times I'm going to remember to promote myself.
Yes. I don't have a bead spinner because normally when I bead, I stitch. So I make bracelets, wedding necklaces and stuff, and each bead is a stitch. So the beads are very tiny. I don't even know what I did with them. Oh, so these are the bigger ones that I have down here somewhere. Ah, here they go. These are just some of the beads that were gifted to me from a friend. These were her mother's, and since she doesn't bead, so her mom told her to give them to me, and these are gorgeous. These are like really lustery ones. But normally I do seed beads that are tiny, tiny little ones like these. And now they're so expensive. I used to pay
Good night,
$15 for
Cricket.
50
Thank you.
grams. Now
Sorry to
they're
keep
running
you up late
35.
again.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. Anyways, Scoot, until you kick me out,
Yeah.
it's on you.
Okay. Well, I'll do that then.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Thank you
night,
for
guys.
being
Thank you for
here.
keeping us company.
Thank you, Becky.
Hit the like on your way out if you haven't.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Well, they
Follow
have to
Scoot
be
on Mondays,
subscribed to be
normally
in the
at 3.
chat. So if they're lurking,
Yes. Subscribe. Don't be
yeah.
shy. We don't bite as long as you behave yourselves. But if you don't, if you don't normally follow Scoot, which I don't see why, she's normally does her recaps on Mondays unless she has computer thetans that are preventing her from it,
In which case,
or
I
basketball games.
I will post you a link on my posts to the Google Doc that has all the links for the week.
I have so many beats. I have too many creative ideas in here, and none of them are getting put out.
Night,
But
everybody.
I
Good
think you
night,
guys. Good
Becky.
night. Good night. Gosh,
I'm
you
kicking you
brat.
out.
Bye.
Bye.
Outro.
No outro tonight. It's not a scooter report, so I'm not doing the outro or the intro. But okay, bye all. Love ya. Thank you. Be kind to each other and to yourselves. And I will see you next time. Good night.